everyone. What's up? I get on over here to chat. Let me mute myself. How's everyone doing? Oh, okay. There's 5 people here. Hi, 5 people. I know I'm streaming much earlier than normal. Hi, Autistic Show. Hi, Steffi. Hey, Al Capone. Hi. Yesterday was his birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Al Capone. You know, I was just talking to someone at work about Al Capone. We were talking about like our local area gangsters of the past and everything. So which spread to, we'll talk about gangsters, which spread to Al Capone. And I was talking about this show. I saw something on YouTube about, what was it? Geraldo Rivera was doing a show where they were breaking into some safe or whatever of Al Capone's in some Chicago hotel. And we were talking about that. And I'm like, you know, it would have been cool to have been able to meet him. My coworker's like, to meet Al Capone. He was like, you might get that. I'm like, oh, he just walked around and people pissed him off, you know. They even should get a good reason. Just don't give him a good reason and he won't get shot. You know. That was my take on it anyway. Hey, Nana Hawk. Hi, Mercy with an IE, not a Y. How's everyone doing? So yes, I'll be having a cocktail tonight. I made enough for 2 cocktails tonight, actually, because I figured the only way to really properly handle drunk Cheshire is to possibly catch a little bit of a buzz yourself. So that's what I'm doing. And I didn't have to work today. I have to work tomorrow morning. Or I'm opening, so I have to be there in the morning. Tomorrow's a long day too. And then I'm going to a concert with my son out in Syracuse. Who are we going to see? I know like the reason why we got the tickets is for one of the bands, but there's a whole bunch of bands playing here. Okay, there it is. See web results. What? Oh, because of this stupid Raspberry Pi thing I have on. I can't pull up anything that represents. It's an ad. All right, so we are going to see September morning. That's the reason why we bought the tickets. But there's also the headliner, I think, is Outlier, or it looks like OPT Liar, but I think it's supposed to be Outlier. Outlier, Drama Scream, Other Worthy Entity. There's other groups too, aren't they all listed? Because there's like a shitload of groups, I thought. Whatever. Anyway, oh no, that's it. No, wait, and September morning. So that's where I'm. Oh shoot, doors open at 6. Oh my, I'm gonna have to leave work early. But work knows this because I told them of this a month ago, but I haven't reminded them, so that's gonna be my fault. Anyway, so yeah, that's where I'm going tomorrow night. Yay, Amy. Mama isn't doing so well. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear about Mama. No, by Mama, do you mean your Mama? I mean, whoever it is, obviously, I'm sorry, but just like to know, that's all. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope whatever she's experiencing, I hope that she pulls through and, you know, she's better real soon. It's hard, you know. I know it's hard. I remember, I mean, I don't want to talk about my having lost my mom because I don't know what your mom, and it could very well just be, you know, not anything that serious, but I mean, so I don't want to make you think of something that it's not. But oh, it's dementia. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. That's something I didn't have to deal with my parents, either of them. My grandmother a little bit, but toward the end there, she was staying down in Pennsylvania with my aunt, so I didn't really have to experience much of that. But I can't imagine. I mean, just that's gotta be a special kind of tough to have to witness and experience. I'm sorry. I'm real sorry for what you're going through, your family, your mom especially. I'm sorry. You still have arthritis pain through hydromorphine. I think you mean morphine. Hydromorphine. I'm not sure what hydromorphine is, but I'm guessing it's similar to morphine, and you still have pain through that? That's crazy. That's gonna be some painful shit then. I'm sorry, autistic show. Oh, by the way, I picked one out too last night. Amazon doesn't take PayPal anymore. So no, and normally there's been just a real quick, easy way just to move the PayPal money, on over to my debit card. But they changed everything on PayPal. I'm not sure how to do it now. So I just have to take a minute to figure that out. But yeah, I picked one, and because at first I was gonna do like a cage, but then I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I kept the kitty because the thought of putting her in a cage, like at the Humane Society or something, broke my heart. So why am I going to get her a fucking cage here? That's nuts. So I went your route, and I was looking at those three things, but I want to get someone that's tall because our dog is tall. So like my dog, when she's on her hind legs, like she can almost reach right here to lick me. If I'm slouching, she can reach my face. If I'm standing up straight, then she can't. So I'm looking at things like maybe around 70 inches in height, and I found a really good one. And there's got like a little cubby hole for the kitty, and that's up high too. So I really like it. So I'll show it to you after the stream. I'll send you a link to it. Hi, Dash X. Yeah. I mean, I cry. I don't think I can start crying. I have a working script and it doesn't touch my pain. I'm mitigating it. Yeah. I used to have pain like that. My back. I got scared though. I was like 28 years old, and I was addicted to pain pills, like through the actual use of taking painkillers. And when you start realizing you're dependent on it, then you start getting worried about not having your script or something. And then you start acting a little erratically. And that's when the doctor's office is like, you're exhibiting drug-seeking behavior. And then they just want to cut you right up. And, yo, hold up here. So I was getting to that point, and I could tell. And so I spoke with my doctor. I'm like, listen, bottom line is I'm not even 30. Like I think it was just about to turn 30. And I'm like, at this rate, I'm going to be shooting stuff in my arms by the time I'm 50. What can I do here? So I ended up having this surgical procedure done on my back, and it worked. It took some recovery, but it worked. And then he recommended a sabbatical maintenance doctor to me, and I did that for several years. And then I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not having really any pain. I don't even need to be on this anymore. Let's start taking me off of that. We did. So now I had what I had done. I took it again after I had my dental work done. So it was after that. But there's some reason, I forget why. Maybe it was when I hurt my wrist or my ear, but I ended up getting a script of hydrocodone, and I took one. And oh my God, it fucked me up. It's like, holy shit. So I was like, I'm not going to take any more of those because I might start to enjoy that shit again. No, so I didn't. I have an addictive personality, thankfully, but I have two autoimmune diseases. See, I do have an addictive personality, I think. Once you realize you're having withdrawal symptoms, it's too late. Yeah. You find yourself in a massive hole to crawl out of. Exactly. That's what I saw. I was foreseeing that happening with me, and I got worried. I'm like, I'm barely 30. What the fuck am I doing? And when part of me got mad, I was like, why are these doctors just giving this shit out so freely? Because this was like 20 years ago almost. So it's like right after I lost my mom. So when did I lose my mom? 2003. So 28. So yeah, it's just it wasn't even 30 yet. So no wait. Yeah, okay, that's right. So yeah, it's 20 years ago. And back then you could still doctor shop and stuff, you know. I didn't. They were just starting to crack down on that. Like you could use different pharmacies though. Like you couldn't use like Rite Aid and then go to another Rite Aid, but you could use Rite Aid and then go to like a Walgreens. Like those two didn't talk. Now it's all connected. So yeah, crazy. It should have been like that years ago, though, to be honest. Oh no, chill. No, autistic chill. Don't get me wrong. Whatever your doctor advises you to do is what you should do. I'm not giving you any shit or whatever. I was only speaking about my experience. That's all. I mean, even if you feel like you need to take something every day, then by all means take it. I mean, that's why it's there. That's why it's allotted to you. So I'm not at all saying anything like that. I get it. I mean, when I had my back pain, I had two small kids, you know, yeah, I needed it. I did. So I get it. I absolutely get it. I'm not at all saying anything negative or whatever. I get it. I'm not judging. One of my autoimmune triggers will labor pains, ironically for me, without ever having interest in having children. Big life stressors can trigger autoimmunes or hopefully feel better. Oh yeah, no, I do. It was, I think it was my L5 disc. It was like, I don't think it was my last one. It's the second to last one, maybe L4 or L5. I don't remember. I mean, it's been so long. But it was herniated and I had like a bunch of tissue and everything on it. There was just swelling up and I was pressing against it. And it was, you know, it was hitting my sciatica and everything. It was just, some days I couldn't even fucking stand up or walk. It was horrible. So when the surgery I had, it was like a non-invasive kind of surgery. It was a outpatient procedure actually, but they cut in and then they like sucked out all the damaged tissue and everything. And then before you had the surgery done, you had to get fitted for this brace. So after that, you had to wear the brace like all day, every day for like 3 to 4 months or something. It's ridiculously long. You had to go to physical therapy and all this shit. And it took about a good year after that before I finally, no pain on days were normal days. You know, it was abnormal to have a painful day as opposed to the opposite before that, you know. So bring it out. Oh wow, yeah, oh my God, that's so true. Modex pointed out the crackhead of the 90s are still around, but the pill users seldom make it out with their life. Yep. Oh my God, we lost someone at work not too long ago. It wasn't over pills, but we think that it was an overdose. We know, but I don't know. It's just so fucking, that's bullshit. I mean, yeah, I think about so many people I've been friends with over the years that just aren't here anymore. And like so many of them, it was an overdose of some kind or something spawned from that. Crazy. So on that note, let's get talking about some shit. So for those who weren't here last night, I've been commentating to a stream of Cheshire's on her Twitch channel. It's an 8-hour long stream. I'm obviously not going to do the whole fucking stream, obviously, but I'm gonna do a little bit more of it tonight. So her channel over on Twitch is what the hell is it? Goblin Q Cheshire. Anyway, and the name of this stream is TSS the Punchline. I'm not sure what that means, but I don't really care either. Wait, if you close that, can I make this bigger? I don't care. Oh, there we go. Oh no, wait, I want to have the chat on. I do. I want to have the chat. All right, so let me get to sharing screen. All right, how do I have notifications if I'm not even logged in? That does not make sense. Does that make sense? It don't make sense to me. Anyway, let me check chat before I go on over. Hey, Fire Mandy. Hey, Sean Coffee. Oh, hey, Miguel, by the way. Hey, without a lawyer. Let's see if I missed anyone. Hey, Queen. I think they might be it. I think I got everyone so far. Okay. So I'm gonna start. I guess I think I got it where I left off last night. I might be a little off. We'll see.
From what I can tell, in my opinion.
Yeah, so I should say Cheshire is commentating on Brunel's latest video, the part 3. So, oh, and just so everyone knows, there is going to be some subject matter brought up in this stream that I will not be commentating on. Some people may wonder, well, why the fuck isn't she addressing it? It's because of the current legal issues going on. So, I mean, I have every right to commentate on it. There's nothing stating that I can't talk about things or whatever. I just feel like it might be a little bit in my interest, and I feel like it gives some respect to the court and the legal process to not muddy it up by talking about it at the moment. So I'm choosing not to do that, for those who may be wondering. But when it comes to Cheshire and shit, yeah, I am going to commentate.
Nothing but positive. The person.
Did you guys hear that fucking cut?
I did.
Of course, 3 people.
You do.
I gotta get up ahead.
Mighty and all-powerful goblin. It's mine. Steal this from me. I'm the one implicating her, not her saying that she was doing these things. Man, nonsense. I don't know this making any. This is. You need to change your internet. And
I do.
Things that I have listed in my videos as to why Renelle is involved with all of these people. Charla had her own reasons for thinking these things and for inferring these things.
And
so 1 minute.
Because you were in.
That's about where I left.
Katie Joy and Charlotte, and then now you're using that also as an excuse to not be held responsible for the things that you said about Charlotte in defense of Veda when you were reading that out. She's also saying, I would like to clear your name, without exactly saying that, and Renelle is acting like it's unreasonable. Yes, Charla is giving Renelle every opportunity, and she's acting like Charla is harassing her, sending her strings of emails.
See, one could look at this and think opportunity. Others could think ultimatum. Tomato, I guess.
Said that this is a threat. No, Charlotte is laying everything out very clearly here about what the issue is, why it's an issue, and Renelle is firing back with contempt. She's firing back with spite. She's firing back with how dare you. She's firing back with defensiveness and admissions and using this as an excuse to attack Charla more and leaving her comment section open as a fucking playground for all the people that have been harassing Charla up until this point.
Okay, see, here lies the problem. I think Cheshire and Renelle have 2 different definitions of the word harassment, okay? Now, and there's also harassment, like which one may deem to be harassment, and then there's legal harassment, the kind that's actionable in a court of law, that being either civil or criminal. So, and that's where I think a big part of this problem comes from. Now, Cheshire is welcome to think whatever she wants is the meaning and what constitutes harassment. All she likes, she can think whatever she wants. However, she can't expect everyone else to agree with her. And she can't expect everyone else to be okay with losing or having their freedom of speech threatened because of the opinion, the similar type of opinion that Cheshire may have. And I got to point out too, if Cheshire is of the opinion that these specific acts are in fact harassment, well, then holy shit, what the fuck has she been doing? And I don't even mean just recently. I mean like throughout her entire like online career, basically, but especially recently.
And doing no moderation to make sure that harassment that she claims she doesn't want anybody to do in her video to exist in the fucking comment section.
Okay, here's the thing. if it exists in Rennell's comment section, is it in fact harassment? Because harassment is you have to present and bring that behavior, that act or whatever, in front of the person that is the quote unquote target. Okay, if you want to get up in their face and you want to scream all sorts of obscenities at them, sure, I think that would constitute as some form of legal harassment. But if you want to sit in your friend's room and sit there and bitch about the person and call them all kinds of names, I'm pretty sure that doesn't constitute harassment. Even if the person, the intended target or whatever, were to break into that bedroom to hear what it is you were saying, I still think it would not constitute as legal harassment because the quote unquote victim would then be seeking out the harassment. No. Now, this is not a bedroom. This is a public platform. Absolutely. But it's kind of like a specific, not private location on a public platform, but it's a small alleyway off the main highway. You're not going to see the shit there unless you divert your vehicle or whatever into that alleyway to see the shit there. Okay. Now, and this isn't even like a really large alleyway that's hard to miss, say like 5,000 or 5 million, or no, 5 million followers. Okay. I'm not sure. I think Rennell has like close to 10,000, maybe, or 7, 8, 10,000. I whatever. She's definitely bigger than me, but she's not like PewDiePie big. Okay. So it's still a small alleyway off of a very large highway. So you get a mental picture here. So if somebody is made aware of the things said in the comment section, and these things are just basically giving up opinions, but obviously not flattering ones. They can even be deemed as insulting opinions, sure, but opinions nonetheless. Then if that person is aware of it, I ask and wonder how. Now, sure, I get that they're not going to like it. They have every right to speak out to whatever, not like it or whatever, but I'm going to disagree with Cheshire here and think it's something that shouldn't be allowed. No.
I'm not even showing you guys the side chat.
Period. Like I said, you have a copy of Steve's order protecting me from stalking. On February 26th, we will be in court to get the same protection from stalking against Vader and Aaron. If I file a TRO and have you there to get
Yes, these three videos are. Hope you're right. These two videos are very sus. They're very sus with a lot of tattling on herself.
to stop streaming about me and posting my name in your description, I will. Because I've recorded more than 2 instances of it, and that constitutes online harassment and stalking. I told you I did not want to include your information in the FBI report, but after 24 hours, I checked and you had removed nothing. So I was on a time crunch. Okay.
You actually had more than 24 hours from my calculation because you got the first message on January 5th. Right? That was when that was? Hold on.
Oh,
when was it? Yeah. Yeah, January 5th. So you definitely got more than 24 hours. You had from the 5th to the 11th.
5th to the 11th, that was message. And when did Cheshire say that her stream was? The 9th. But okay, again, I'm going to say this. I don't know if this was some coordinated thing or whatever. Or Cheshire purposely waited before she did a stream, and then only upon Rennell not acting in the way they would have liked, did then Cheshire decide to stream. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I have no clue. I don't care. I don't know. But Cheshire's this adamant refusal that that's not what happened. She tries to present a timeline as evidence as to why that's not what happened, when the timeline kind of depicts that it's entirely possible. And I can see why Rennell jumped to that conclusion. Whether or not it's right, I don't know, but I can see why she thinks that. Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. 1, 2, 3, 4 business days.
What the fuck does business days have to do with it?
So,
Oh my God.
yeah, you had more than 24 hours. Where is this 24 hours coming from, by the way? I want to see this in the email. Still have copies of this. I know exactly what I said. I had no idea you would start reporting complete lies.
Reading her chat here on the side, and Hawks calls out, I'm barely certain that nonsense on the web is named such because YouTube won't allow bullshit on the web as a channel name. Nonsense says that would be accurate too. And I'd say, yeah, I agree with that. She is bullshit on the web.
Lied about me without asking for evidence. Like I said, you have a copy of Steve's protective order of from stalking. On February 26th, we'll be in court to get the same protection from stalking against Veda and Aaron. If I have to file a TRO and have you there to get you to stop screaming about me and posting my name in your description, I will. There's 2 instances of online harassment. Well, at least now we know that right now the when I'm going to be in Kansas is going to be the February 22nd. Unless it gets moved. It could.
27, that was a 26.
Don't want to include your information, but after 24 hours I checked and so she waited 24 hours from letting her know that she was FBI, no. Yeah, okay, so 24 hours from the prior message, but days before days after the first message. There we go. Okay, we got that clear.
I don't know what you expected. I'm not making any threats.
She expected you to be fucking reasonable, Renelle.
Let you know what I'm doing legally to protect myself. Off of assumptions, off of false allegations. I don't care what YouTube creators.
What are you talking about? False allegations? What is false about Steve accusing fucking Charla of swatting him? What is which you used as an implication?
I have to say that Steve did not accuse anyone directly. He said that it's possible that some people were behind what transpired. That's all.
That by being involved with this, that you might get swatted. Renelle, what's the fake part about that? What's the assumption being made here, Renelle? The fuck are you talking about? I'm making more tea.
About. I'm not and have never been a YouTube creator. That's all there is to it. Again, she messages me. She says, I did try to contact you. The attached screenshots show I did try to contact you about how I was being cyberstalked and harassed online, and you chose to participate in it after that. Let's be clear about one thing. I participated in that after your bodyguard, Cheshire, Manya, and Nonsense started implicating me, lying about me, and trying their best, their darndest to tie me to this.
I picked a random video, remember? The video I picked was random. So I had to try my darndest to pick a random video to tie her all into this, eh?
Yeah,
that's how hard I had to try.
It's not February 22nd. It's the 26th. What is she talking about? No, is there some, no, that's, we're continuing. Okay, yeah, all right, whatever.
Just open up a random video. Huh, okay. But regardless, I don't really need to try when you're self-admitted. I also, side note, no, you already claimed that you talked about her because you reported on the TRO, so that's also a lie. Lying liars who lie, go figure.
How is it a lie? Seriously, how is it a lie? She said that she reported on the TRO case activity when it was involving Katie Joy. I'm sure that she mentioned the whole thing with Vada and the other party there, but her video, she's saying, Renelle had said, it was about Katie Joy's involvement there. And if it's untrue, then please, Cheshire, provide this, present this, allow the viewers and the audience to see what it is you have seen so they can have the chance, the opportunity to come to the same conclusion that you have. Otherwise, You're just talking shit, stating your opinion. No? Okay, and by the way, for those who missed last night, Cheshire thinks that commentary channels should not be allowed to just state their opinions. They have to provide the information that led them to the conclusion in which they reach. You shouldn't be allowed to just sit there and say, it's my opinion. Because when you say that, you're stating your opinion as fact. And that doesn't absolve you from any responsibility of some shit or whatever. Yeah. So.
Let's be clear about that. It's not my fault you chose to involve yourself in a court case and federal investigation. I did not. You added my name and address, as you stated, off your assumptions.
Brunel, you knew these TRO cases were happening. You knew the restraining order cases existed. We know you knew this because you talked about them. And then you decided to make content about it anyway. Cases exist.
Name and address.
Go figure.
Let's be clear about that. It's not my fault you chose to involve yourself in a court case and federal investigation. I did not. You added my name and address, as you stated, off your assumptions.
Brunel, you knew these TRO cases were happening. You knew the restraining order cases existed. We know you knew this because you talked about them.
So? What
And
does
then you
that have to
decided to
do with anything?
No.
Did I miss something?
I had to try to just open up a random video. Huh. Okay. But regardless, I don't really need to try when you're self-admitted. I also, side note, no, you already claimed that you talked about her because you reported on the TRO, so that's also a lie. Lying liars who lie. Go figure.
Let's be clear about that. It's not my fault you chose to involve yourself in a court case and federal investigation. I did not. You added my name and address, as you stated, off your assumptions.
Brunel, you knew these TRO cases were happening. You knew the restraining order cases existed.
Wow.
We know you knew this because...
So Cheshire is saying that Renelle, in fact, added her own name into the mix of things here by simply discussing the fact that these cases existed on her channel. That was how Renelle involved herself. So all commentary channels are involving themselves in everything that they discuss. Is that right? If you simply report, and I hate to use that word report because it's ridiculous, but if you simply report on an event that took place, you are now a part of that event. And therefore, you can be lumped in with everyone else in that event, according to Cheshire. Imagine all the shit that she's involved in then. Oh my God.
Because you talked about them. And then you decided to make content about it anyway. The content that you're talking about that you covered was about a TRO with Veda. Veda filed her TRO after, and you have to have known that because to cover the TRO that Veda filed, Veda said in her thing, in her submission to the court, that Charla had they already had restraining orders and TROs and protective orders and shit. So you knew about it the whole time.
Oh my God, Renelle, you knew about it. Therefore, you deserve to be on a docket somewhere too, because you have knowledge of this and you shared the fact that you had knowledge of it and you spoke on it from a third party perspective, of course, but it doesn't matter. You are now a first party. Mm-hmm.
Renelle covered the issue first, so Chesh could implicate Renelle later.
What?
How could I have possibly found a video of you doing this shit to cover in the first place if you never did any of this shit? This is so stupid.
Yeah, it is.
I did not choose to be involved in this.
Yes, you did. You publish your content. You're making this video. You made 2 other videos about this. You chose to cover the TRO. You chose to publish it. That's you.
I hope the entirety of the commentary community can hear this. According to Cheshire Viq, okay, Cheshire Viq on YouTube, she's saying that if you commentate on an issue, on an event, on a story, you are now just as much a part of that event, issue / story as the main characters. So you better not talk on anything, lest you find yourself in the same position as those involved. That's what she's saying. That's insane.
Who making decisions to talk?
So if does that mean like does that mean if I talk about like President Lincoln's assassination, does that make me just as culpable as John Wilkes Booth? Does it? Like, no, seriously. I know that that's a stretch. Okay, yeah, all right. That's a little outrageous, sure. But no, seriously though, if I talk about something, does that make me just as much a part of it as the something I'm talking about? And why? How? How is it justified? How is she justifying this in her own fucking brain is what I want to know. How is she saying that Renelle now deserves to receive her own TRO because she had the balls to talk about the other TROs? Like is that not what Cheshire is saying? Fuck, man, these fucking internet Beckies over here, like trying to fucking control what everyone does. Like, you can't. You can't, and no one should be able to. We all have free will. We're all going to do stupid shit at times. Whatever. It's human nature. You cannot contain human fucking nature.
Talk about the issue. You're the one who decided to imply that Charlotte was going to fucking swat you. You fucking asshole. You're the one who decided to participate in side chats. You're the one who's got a fucking description, sorry, not a description that labels Charlotte specific things. You're the one who fucking has comment sections that are open and ripe with harassment and repeat imply. You made 2 other videos about this. You chose to cover the TRO. You chose to publish it. That's you making decisions to talk about the issue. You're the one who decided to imply that Charlotte was going to fucking swat you. You fucking asshole. You're the one who decided to participate in side chats. You're the one who's got a fucking description, sorry, not a description that labels Charlotte specific things. You're the one who fucking has comment sections that are open and
see. That's that SWAT comment I want to discuss on here. Renelle never suggested that a specific person would be behind such an event should it occur, or the chance of it occurring. She was talking about it coming from any one of these people involved, Cheshire being one of them. So yeah. And Renelle didn't say that it's something that would happen. She said that judging by past events, it's something that could happen. And therefore, she's worried. She's concerned because people are taking this shit real life. And I don't care what anyone says. The second you involve yourself or you start the process of legal proceedings, you have gone real life. There's nothing more fucking real life than doing that. Simply knowing someone's name or exposing someone's name, sure, you can say that that's going real life or whatever. But nothing like this. That you can't get more fucking real than taking someone to court. Okay? Because think about it. Chances are you are creating a situation that mandates a person to be at a specific place and time, okay, and for this to be public knowledge. So yeah, and then you are insisting in creating a situation where someone has to reveal all kinds of personal information about themselves by law. It's mandated that they do this, and then you are trying to affect their real life, either through monetary means, or if you want to try and take things criminally, then through like a sense of their freedom, or just their reputation. You can't get more fucking real life than that. And I want to just point out that Cheshire here is champion this kind of situation, this kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? This kind of play. She's championing this. In fact, she's so happy and giddy about it. She's fucking begging people to help fund her to attend it. Yo, like, what the fuck? Why is Cheshire going all kinds of real life like that? Why? What is she hoping to gain from this? Why does she want to fucking do this to people who've not even given her a thought over the past year, basically, past like 8 months, anyways? Like, this is crazy. Like, show me on this fucking doll who hurt you, man. Like, I don't know what to say here, but you've lost your shit. You've gone over the deep end, I think.
Ripe with harassment and repeating the same fucking bullshit all your friends and yourself are repeating in these videos and have been since July. You're a fucking joke. If we lied about you in our videos, why is your videos not about that? Your response videos to us doesn't have you demonstrating that we lied.
Man, no, I ain't got, why, you got some? You got some? Yeah, come on, yo. Hook a girl up. I'm kidding, but whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, and really, if anyone did have Coke, like, how would you get it? You know? Like, what are we gonna do? We're going to, like, I don't know, like, Scotty it to you or something? It's crazy. But I'm open for ideas, though. I'm kidding. Anyway. Oh yeah, no doubt, Sean. No doubt that a lot of this craziness has Cheshire and her little sidekick there behind it, most of it. So yeah, no doubt. That's what I was asking about UKC. They admonished Renelle and Suzanne for me turning their spouse's cancer and that it was manipulative. Yet last night said it's okay. Kate did it because he needs support. What? What? I missed last night. What was said last night? I was dreaming last night, so I didn't watch your shit. You can hook me up, huh? Yo, my contact info is in the about section. Okay. I got my own people, please. So yeah. What I missed last night. I didn't see last night. But let me guess. Oh, but I just judging by, I mean, I saw comments, already considered just judging from your comment, I'm guessing here's the scenario. They had the question presented to them about, oh, well, if Renelle and Suzanne were being manipulative and just trying to, like sadfish or whatever, then what about when Katie does it with her kid, like all the fucking time? Oh, that's okay. Katie's allowed to do that because we're all about Katie. Now we love Katie. We're all about it because Katie's not Steve. That's why. Like, yo, you're still, any which way you look at it, okay, you are letting this man drive so much of your decision making. That's fucking pathetic. Like, think for yourself. Don't let your hatred or your affection or whatever for anyone drive and make your decisions for you. Think for yourself. Nah, they just went from being his friend and probably doing all kinds of bullshit that he never even asked them to do, but she probably anyways, to then doing all kinds of bullshit against him because they're still letting this man drive their lives. No offense, Steve, but you get the point. It says, understandable Kate overshared minors info because she needs support, and that's normal. Yet Renelle and Suzanne, they don't need support. So the faith your spouse's fucking mortality after how many years of fucking marriage that's not a reason enough to offer or to want support, is it? But talking just about your child's medicine, just the medicine, that's just needing support. I don't know. I think the bias might be talking there. I think maybe someone's not thinking objectively. Someone's not thinking and someone's thinking all about their little fucking hate boner and they're letting it direct their fucking course of action. That's what I think's happening there. Like, drop the hate boner. Just drop the hate boner. Just drop that. Let it go. I know. It's hard, or rather it's difficult. But drop the hate because it's not very attractive. It's not. Ooh, 80% off. I have to look at that. I remember her cackling like a loon over Katie Dunlop. Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. But see, it's just there was, I think I skipped over it, but in a part of this stream, no, it wasn't this stream. I don't know, it was one of her recent streams. She's done some fucking many about us, like she's created a niche. She's created an anti-KJ niche. Yeah, you had to been here last night to understand the word niche, really, but whatever. What was I saying? No, I forgot. Completely forgot. Oh yeah, no. So she was saying how it was weird though how she talked about Katie in the stream. Like it's I get the impression the way she talked about Katie that something very recent had to have happened to to remind Cheshire of why it is she greatly dislikes Katie. Because she wasn't just talking about Katie in like some negative, like, I don't really like her kind of way. It was in a very spiteful, fucking hateful way, you know, like something had happened. I don't know. So I'm wondering if maybe she reached out to Katie or they reached out to Katie and Katie was like, yeah, no, you can still go fuck yourself. Which I wouldn't blame Katie. That's what Katie probably should say. But I think maybe something like that happened. Katie is a queen in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, she's the queen. All right, I won't go there. She's the queen of bullshit, I guess. I don't know. KJ's the mob boss. Oh my god, that fucking mob! Could you imagine that mob? That would be the most ineffective fucking mob ever. Oh shit! So Susie Jones is my Hank, is Hank Texas? Hi Hank, hi Susie. I think it is I think English is Renell's second language. I didn't want to say that last night without knowing for sure. I mean, I don't know. I'm not positive. I mean, just because she comes from another country doesn't mean she spoke another language, but pretty sure she did, probably. Careful, fireman. He might actually answer that. All right, I'm going back.
Was implicated once again by Cheshire, Manya, and Nonsense, who is
She's so
spreading all
mad.
this. I did not give anything to Nonsense or ask her to do anything for me when she streamed. She got information that was false from the false TRO Vader filed against me and spoke.
Wow, go figure. You mean Nonsense calling these people out for the shit they were doing to her is tertiary to Charla? And Nonsense mentioning that, oh, this shit is happening to this person too, as a reference to say this is not the first time and it's an ongoing behavior, and me also making videos separately about how this is an ongoing behavior and demonstrating that this is an ongoing behavior that you've participated in. That you're participating now in this video. Even if you wanted me to say I was wrong in the previous video, you've demonstrated it thoroughly in these past three.
No,
Go figure. Hey, why aren't you showing any of that on screen?
Just because you don't like a behavior, just because you don't like something the channel does or talks about, or the way in which they cover something, doesn't mean that it's suddenly some sort of actionable offense or whatever for you to yourself to take some sort of vigilante justice on it. And let me just say that the second you choose to repeat the same very behavior that you have a problem with, you are then co-signing that behavior. You are then giving it permission to exist because you yourself are doing that same behavior. Now, you can sit there and say, yeah, but I was doing it for some righteous reason. Well, bitch, you don't know why the other person was doing it now, do you? Because they very well were doing it for their own righteous reasons. So, but let me just say, what behavior are you talking about? What? Covering something someone says publicly on a public platform and even using their own words fucking against them? Is that what you're talking about? Oh my God. Call the fucking YouTube police over that. I mean, come on. What the hell have you been doing on social media this whole time? Now you suddenly want to try and use it against other people when you yourself, in fact, while you're trying to use it against other people, you yourself are doing the same shit, only worse, only to a worse level, in my opinion. Like, dude, hypocrite much?
Green, Renell, where's your receipts? Is it because you don't want to show that shit because it's going to make you look like a fucking liar who lies because you're a fucking liar who fucking lies? You fuck?
Spoke about it. I did the same thing from what Katie Joy said about it. From that video someone sent me, I found out she was receiving physical threats in emails from
I wasn't doing that thing except when I was doing that thing every time.
The same account I was receiving them from. No. You reached out to Nonsense and you apologized to Nonsense as Nonsense.
Prove it. You're saying you know this information. How did you get that? How did you do your own research? Where did you find that out? I might be able to know the answer. I might be able to tell you. But why should I? Why should I do your homework for you?
You reached out to Nonsense and you apologized to Nonsense as Nonsense said in live, which I will show proof of in a whole separate video.
Why are you saying no? This says from that video someone sent me, I found out she, nonsense, was receiving physical threats in emails from the same account I was receiving them. And Renell said no. Like that's a lie. Like that's not true. I found
Show as
prove it. You're saying you know this information. How did you get that? Did you do your own research? Where did you find that out? I might be able to know the answer. I might be able to tell you. But why should I? Why should I do your homework for you?
How about you just do your own fucking homework for once? How about that? How about we just start there, okay? How about you just take it upon yourself to prove any of the shit that you've been fucking saying? Or, I'm sorry, no, the Cheshire. Or is it because you're on Twitch? Is it that when you're on Twitch, you're allowed to state shit as only your opinion, and then it's okay? You don't really have to present any sort of argument for any of the shit you're saying. But YouTube, it's a different story. Is that it? Is it rules for thee, but not for me? Or is it rules for YouTube, but not for Twitch? Like, I don't know. Because this is ridiculous.
you reached out to nonsense and you apologized to nonsense, as nonsense said in a live, which I will show proof of in a whole separate video.
Why are you saying no?
Wait,
This says from that video someone sent me, I found out she,
So this is okay. So this is to Renell. Okay. From that video someone sent me, I found out she was receiving physical threats and emails from the same account I was receiving them from. So when did Renell say no?
nonsense was receiving physical threats in emails from the same account I was receiving them. And Renell said no. Like that's a lie. Like that's not true. How do you know that?
Play that.
Did you see those emails? How do you know?
Spoke about it. I did the same thing from what Katie Joy said about it. From that video someone sent me, I found out she was receiving physical threats in emails from the
I wasn't doing that thing except when I was doing that thing every time.
same account I was receiving them from. No, you reached out to nonsense and you apologized to nonsense, as nonsense.
Prove it.
No, this is
You're
what
saying
she
you know
said.
this
No, oh my
information.
God.
How did you get that? How did you do your own?
See, this is what angers me about Cheshire here and her ilk. Because this is what they do. They take something and they just run with the worst fucking possible narrative, or the one that best suits their narrative, anyways. And they insist that they must be the truth. Well, no, because a real, reasonable, true, objective thinker would look at it from all possibilities and then choose what was most likely the meaning. And if they can't, if they're not sure what is most likely, then they will ask the source. Cheshire does none of that. Anyway, so upon reading that, which she is saying, what Renell's saying, was she says, no, she's not saying that people didn't receive emails from the same people or whatever. She's saying, no, you reached out for a different reason than what you're stating you reached out for. That's what Renell is saying. And Renell offers up the reason in which she says that. Let's keep listening.
Research. Where did you find that out?
From
I wasn't doing that thing except when I was doing that thing every time.
Same account I was receiving them from. No, you reached out to nonsense and you apologized to nonsense, as nonsense.
Prove it.
Just keep
You're
listening.
saying you know this information. How did you get that? How did you do your own research? Where did you find that out? I might be able to know the answer. I might be able to tell you. But why should I? Why should I do your homework for you?
You reached out to nonsense and you apologized to nonsense, as nonsense said in a live, which I will show proof of in a whole separate video.
Why are you saying no?
She just said why. She just fucking explained why. No, she says you reached out to nonsense to apologize to nonsense, which nonsense herself stated. And then she says, I'm going to point this out in a separate video. This is so far the last video as of, actually, I haven't looked at YouTube much today. Maybe Renell uploaded something today. I don't know. But as of my last knowing, this was her most recent upload. So that upload is yet to come. So yeah, and I love how Cheshire says, well, I may know the answer. But why should I do your work for you? Well, if you know the answer, then why the fuck are you wasting our time here? Why the fuck are you wasting viewers' time? Okay? Sounds know what Renell was saying is true. Wait a second. It's my daughter. Okay, sorry about that. Why am I getting all these weird friend requests? And I totally lost what I was saying, so we're gonna pick up. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's right. So like, if you know the answer to this, then why don't you just come right? Then why are you bothering to make an argument over something that you already know the answer to? Like, isn't there other more important shit to talk about?
So from that video someone sent me, I found out she was receiving physical threats in emails from the same account I was receiving them, and Renell said no, like that's a lie, like that's not true. How do you know that? Did you see those emails? How do you know?
Clearly, what Renell said was, no, you reached out to nonsense, meaning that's not why you reached out to nonsense. That may have happened, but that's not why you reached out to nonsense. You reached out to nonsense for this reason. Nonsense herself already stated as such. That's what Renell said. But, hey, they're fucking biased, man. We just love to stay blind with it, I guess. I don't know. Let the hate boner keep guiding the way.
Know that what Charlotte is saying about both of them receiving threats from the same email is untrue.
No.
How do you know that? Do you know that because you know who was sending the emails? Because that's the only way you could.
Now you see how that happens? That's exactly how these lies fucking start. It's by someone being too fucking blinded by their hate boner to see what was being said and want to see something glorious like, it was Steve's fault. That's what they see. That's where she's going. That's how that should start. So now it's going to start the narrative. You knew what was in the emails. You must have been behind those emails. And again, I wonder, why are people so fucking desperate, so eager to make these stretches and bring together about who was behind these fucking death threat emails, whatever that I guess is alluded to that Nat was behind. Wonder why. Why is it that people want to sign the culprit behind them so badly that they're jumping to it, that they're almost manufacturing this fucking conversation to make it happen? Fuck, man.
Only way you could possibly know is if you've seen those emails and you know where that account is from. You know who's doing it. Or you're the one doing it. Are you the one doing it? Was it you? Were you the one sending the emails? Because that's the only way you could possibly know that that's not true. Especially without seeing the emails. Assuming you haven't seen the emails.
Stop for a second, Cheshire. Take a breath. Because that's not what she said. Go back a few steps and then start over again. You're an idiot. You're a hate boner-driven idiot.
So if you haven't seen Charlotte's emails, and you haven't, because you said you haven't been in contact with Charlotte, so you can't have seen those emails. The only possible way for you to know that that's...
Oh my God, how long did she go on with the fucking big nothing burger here? Like, for real. Like, I think this is why her stream was 8 hours long. Because she took all of these fucking, like, wrong way detours, and she just fucking hunkered down on him for a while. Like, oh my God, like, you wasted so many minutes of people's times.
Is if you're the one sending the emails.
Crazy.
And she's fucking ragging on people for having communications and apologizing to each other like adults. You ask for people to behave in a manner, and when they behave in that manner...
So you heard her fucking say that. And you just wasted how many minutes of my time right there with that bullshit? Oh my God. And I'm sorry, you're pointing out the real reason in which someone reached out to nonsense is not ragging on someone for something. Like, what are you talking about? You, oh my God. Oh my God. So you think someone just taking stock of something you did is ragging on you? Like, hey, Cheshire, I saw that you streamed last night. What the fuck are you ragging on me for? Like, that's what this sounds like. Like, oh my God.
You fucking bitch about it because it doesn't work in your favor. What? I think that's called being a hypocrite.
Oh. I think this is called being a fucking moron.
So, Renell, how do you know that it's not true, like you're stating, that Nonsense and Charlotte were
How is it that you know something that you stated or you haven't stated that you know, but I want to say that you stated that you know? So how is it that you know that I stated that you know what I said you stated? Like that's what you basically said. Because she didn't state that. But you want to know how she knew what you are stating she said. Like, okay.
Getting threats from the same accounts.
Hold on.
How do you know that that's not true? You've either seen the emails, you're bullshitting, or you either did it or know who did. Those are the only three options. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and think you're bullshitting.
Oh, wait a minute.
Those are the emails. You're bullshitting.
I'm looking at the chat here because nonsense apparently chimed in on the chat. I don't want to go back too farther. All right, yeah, that's far enough.
Because I am on a time crunch, as you guys saw, a TRO will be filed on me by Monday or Tuesday. So I got.
Oh, we're back to this reasoning that the reason I'm throwing all these videos out before I get a TRO and have to take them down is so I can say as much shit as fucking possible before I'm legally binded to take all these things down. So I'm trying to do my best and do my darndest.
I want to point out that there's no binding. There's no legal binding that people can't talk about this shit. Like I stated in the beginning, I myself can talk about this shit, but I choose not to because, well, I don't think it's going to be smart of me to really. And the whole thing's ridiculous. And I feel like the less I talk about it, maybe the quicker it'll go away, but I don't know, whatever. But this shit I'm going to talk about because Cheshire is a fucking pain in my ass. So if and when Riddell were to receive a TRO, chances are she'll be legally allowed to discuss it. But chances are she won't because just that's a smarter tactic, I think. So yeah, that argument doesn't hold. That argument does not hold. Perhaps choose another, but she won't.
To slander the shit out of Charla and Chesh and Manya and nonsense before I get fucking shut down. You fucking idiots. That is.
What are you talking about, slander? None of this has to do with defamation of any kind. This has to do with harassment, I thought, right? What are you talking about, slander? What does slander have to do with anything? What? I thought that this was about harassment. Huh. It appears as though for some it's not.
Not, oh my god.
To get my truth out before I'm silenced. I told you many times I'm willing to send you proof of anything you have questions about, but you would rather gossip and spread lies instead. I don't want nothing from you now, Charlotte, because as you said, you've added me to an FBI list. They're going to be contacting people I'm close to or what.
Yeah, she offered as in previously, as in she made it available to you before you decided to bullshit about her and you chose not to take it. She's not offering it to you now, you idiot.
Ever you said, I don't need shit from you. But to leave me.
Nonsense says that I posted my emails in my community section. Right, so that's one half the emails. So she might know she might be able to recognize the email from that one. Right? But she would need to have seen Charlotte's email.
Oh my god. Stop. Thank God you guys are idiots.
How did she get a hold of that one? She has to have seen both emails to make that claim.
Alone. I do believe you're part of cyberstalking and harassment at this point, and now I have proof. What proof do you have, Shola? I hope you do.
These fucking videos, you clown.
Oh, that's have proof. I didn't believe Cheshire's video that said you're involved. But
so she had these emails before she started fucking making the videos. She knows that Charlotte told her that she's not taking cues from me, but she decided to make the claim anyway, which means the Renell can read Charlotte's mind.
Oh, wait a minute.
Brilliant.
By your own action.
If Cheshire is saying that these videos are the proof that is being referred to in this email, well, how is that when Renell had to have received the emails before making these videos? Huh. Once again, we see a perfect example of Cheshire's perceived timeline.
You've proven you are. Then she sends me the screenshot to prove that she did contact me on August 26th. She says, hi. I haven't wanted to bother you because I'm sure you don't care for me much based on things said about me. I can only say my conscience is clear and that I can't speak publicly on anything for legal reasons. But this has been a very difficult month. I had good interactions, still struggle to see
Intentions. Good intentions.
what I did wrong, other than stand up for what I believed was right. I know other people don't see it that way. I don't know if you even care, but I did want to say thank you for always being so.
All right, I'm going over to the light or to the chat here. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Elizabeth. Thank you. All right, I'm just looking through some of these here. Oh, okay, yeah. All good, all good, all good. Oh shit, what I do? Oh. Oh, I'm just now going over the shit that the troll is saying. Okay. Thank you very much, Autistic Shell, for minding the chat. Thank you. Oh, wait, wrong one.
Kind to me. Oh, thank you, Charlotte, for acknowledging that. You were never anything but kind and exactly who you portray yourself to be. Wow. And I just wanted to ask if you would say some prayers for me, because this has been mentally and emotionally a struggle to be accused of doing things I've never done in my entire life. I wish you the best always. I didn't even have that number anymore. So you're doing to me what was done to you?
No. Not at all. She doesn't know what you have in your phone, you fucking idiot. Which means you got a message knowing that shit was going on in August. God damn it, Renelle. Fuck, you suck at this.
Is that her phone?
Oh, brother.
I realized that the screenshot was taken from her phone, but was this a text message though, or was this like sent to a social media platform? Because like I'm constantly getting stuff on like Instagram and Facebook that I don't know about always right off the bat, because it goes into like the secret or the private folder or the message request folder or whatever. The only one who is very, very obvious with the alerts to this is Twitter. So like I almost always see those. But yeah, okay. Anyway.
How is if you had contacted each other through the phone before and then you deleted her number without letting her know in any way, shape, or form, maybe indicative because of all the shit that was being spewed about her at the time, you removed the number and then she contacted you to say, hey, I don't want to bother you, you've been really nice to me, and I was just wondering if you could pray for me. And then you're taking that as fucking harassment and like the equivalent of, sending somebody an ID being rape?
What?
And the equivalent of, I don't know, contacting her, wondering if you could pray for me. And then you're taking that as fucking harassment and like the equivalent of, sending somebody an ID being rape? And the equivalent of, I don't know, contacting her.
Again, okay. See, last time we discovered that Cheshire believes that Steve is the one who initially made such a comparison. So Cheshire is once again looking for a way to bring Steve back into the fold here so she can bitch about the one that she really, really loves to hate. But in fact, the person who made it wasn't even a comparison. It had nothing to do with SA. It had to do with consent, with not awarding someone the option to consent to something. It had to do with ignoring someone's right to consent to something. And that was Tina who made that comparison, rightfully so, in my opinion. And it was Steve who also shared that opinion and reiterated it. That's where that came from. But, this is all about Steve. Her hate boner has one person on its mind.
For estranged family members to try to bring them onto streams? In August? The people that were doing this to her are your friends, the group that you're part of? How do you think this helps your case in any regard? Also, now we know for a fact that you're totally fine showing your DMs and your personal back and forths with Charla. First off, how do we know that this was Charla? Because you didn't show any evidence of it being Charla. And second of all, even if it is from Charla, why aren't you showing any of the other messages that you and contact that you said you had with her to show that? Because you're fine with showing this one. Why is this the only one you're showing us?
Oh, so you think it would be? You think that she should show everything that she got from Charlotte, including the number and the email in which it came from? Like, that wouldn't be harassment? Is that what you're saying, Cheshire? That's what you want to see? Well, you're not entitled to that, bitch. You're not. Because this ain't about you. You're not involved. You're not a participating member or party, no matter how badly you want to be, because Steve's involved and you want to be a part of it for Steve. I get that. But it's not about you. You're not involved. So you're not entitled to see anything from anyone, no matter how much you think you are. You're not. You're not. Really, the only person who is entitled to see anything is the court and the judge, if and when that time were to come for anyone involved. Other than that, ain't no one got a right to shit. Sorry. But you keep thinking you do.
God damn. You suck at this. Why aren't you showing your response? Look, it shows downwards. It means that there's more there, by the way. That's what that indicates. It indicates that there's more. It's an interesting place to cut it off.
That number anymore. So you're doing to me what was done.
You're right, Renelle. You should have given them more of a reason to accuse you of doing something that could be deemed as harassment. How dare you not do that? How dare you consider to not possibly, without intention, cause someone to feel like they're being harassed? You bitch.
You?
No. That's stupid.
That's why I'm seeing it. And then it goes on.
Well, it's good to know that you like to see what you want to see and care little to nothing about anything else. Fuck reality. I see what I want.
She says, I want to update you regarding the lies you've promoted that you have asked me about.
What? Can I get a timestamp on that?
Nothing about anything else. Fuck reality. I see what I want.
She says, I want to update you regarding the lies you've promoted that you have asked me about. As you guys can see, all I asked Charla was, what videos does she want removed? That's it.
That is not true. You showed us the email. That's not the only thing you said. Do I need to do it side by side? Do we need to roll it back? I'm not doing that. You guys saw it. I'm not wrong, lie, incorrect, bullshit.
Felt, but she's keeping on. Steve Theodore against me in California was dismissed today. He has no evidence, much less a solid case. He filed to try to negotiate to get me to drop my protection from stalking, or that I refuse right up to the end.
Oh, that's really interesting. I'm glad that Renelle is deciding to put it out there that it looks like Steve's TRO against Charla was not only retaliatory in nature, but also that as in Steve's
or in California was dismissed today. He has no evidence, much less a solid case. He filed to try to negotiate to get me to drop my protection from stalking order, but I refused right up to the end.
Oh, that's really interesting. I'm glad that Renelle is deciding to put it out there that it looks like Steve's
How the fuck did Renelle put that out there? Renelle is reading the words of someone else. She's not the one putting it out there. The words of someone else is what's putting it out there. Again, hate boner.
TRO against Charla was not only retaliatory in nature, but also that as a negotiating point, he brought up trying to get Charla to drop the restraining order. I wonder how that's going to work out for him for that contempt charge. Probably not well.
Want to make a bet? I say we start placing bets on this shit. Let's make some money out of this.
Can't contact or arrest him, and I never have since the cease and desist. I agreed not to ask for my over $30,000 in attorney fees in California because my attorney told me they never rule for that. I can seek damages in my case against him. My full protective order in Kansas, not temporary order, stands, and next month go to court to extend it to a lifetime order. If you want to be part of this, that's your choice. I didn't have a choice in any of this.
Yes, you did. You make content. You're making content right now.
No, you see, here's the thing. She had a choice to basically do what is not in her best interest, what's against what to do what she doesn't want to do, but do something that only serves one person who she clearly believes is in the wrong, or find herself in the same position as these other people. That's not a choice. I mean, it's a choice technically, by like she can choose to take this bullshit, or she can choose to not take this bullshit and take this bullshit instead. Okay, sure, but that's not really a choice. You're not choosing an outcome. You're just choosing your own action. The outcome's being chosen for you. You don't have any choice, any decision making, any influence in that outcome, because someone else is in control of that outcome. That's not a choice, man.
She contacted you in August. You were on the phone with her and brought her into the group. She reached out to you about the driver's license. You made content about her fucking having to defend herself against Veda. You claimed that when you saw this shit going on, you talked to people in private in your previous videos.
Oh my God. So what, Cheshire thinks that private conversation shouldn't be allowed to happen? Oh my God. We can't talk to one another in private. We can't share our opinion privately in private talks anymore, because that's harassment somehow. Is that what Cheshire is saying? Seriously. Like, dude, how are you okay with this, man? I mean, I get it, maybe because you're not American or whatever, freedom of speech doesn't really fucking matter to you or something. I don't know. But I mean, I've always kind of gotten this impression from you that like you weren't the snowflake. That's the impression I got from you, that you were not a fucking snowflake. Like you are. Like, I don't know if it's like a sheltered life in which you live that leads you to this delicate exterior of yours. I'm not sure what it is, but like, this isn't how real life works, and nor should it be. Because if you feel entitled to restrict everyone else to suit your delicate sensibilities, well, then you have to expect that same in return. And that's not a way to fucking live, man. It's not. And I thought that you fucking realized this, but clearly you don't.
You defended these people at multiple points. What do you mean you had no choice?
On multiple points, meaning you defended these people on other things than this. How dare you say what you're saying about this, because you defended them elsewhere on other things. How dare you? I'm sorry, are we all here just to make you happy, Cheshire? Are we all here to act in what would make you happy? Because I think that the rest of the internet here might like to get a clue up on that, you know? Like, let us know, man, so we can fucking quit.
About to make this video, guys. I don't know. I couldn't. Like, the punchline's too good. I could not do it. Jesus fuck.
Because Cheshire Mania and nonsense implicates me. You are now sending me all.
Oh, it's my fault. It's Nonsense's fault. Renelle has no control over her own actions, or no responsibility to her 3.5K subscribers, because nothing she says is the truth. Or sorry, is facts. I guess this isn't her truth. Maybe somebody else's. I don't know. I fucking can't. It's gonna get worse.
Telling me how I didn't even know I had 24 hours to remove certain videos. I have been added to an FBI list.
You were on notice on January 5th, you dumbass.
Put your driver's license on the
Oh, so yeah,
I participated.
She was on notice.
Things for Steve.
She was on notice on January 5th. She could be added to some FBI list or whatever. I'm guessing with FBI Steve. I don't fucking know. But yeah, okay. All right, yeah, that makes sense. She should have known better. She's known since January 5th, man.
Vader and Aaron, these are all
yes
the things that I've been accused of, and you telling me that I had a choice?
Yes.
I chose to defend myself
and
from
your friends.
all that Cheshire Mania and nonsense have implicated me in.
You chose to back up and defend and present Veda's TRO involving Charla, in which Veda said that Steve, Aaron, and herself had been harassed and literally tortured by Charla. You dumb motherfucker. You had a choice. You did that.
There it lies.
I haven't even gone over that one. Maybe.
There it lies. There it lies. There it lies why Renelle is now on the chopping block. Because she didn't speak disparagingly against this TRO. That's what this, dude, you believe this shit? Like, I'm sorry, but I gotta ask, whether you're a content creator, whether you're a viewer, if you're on this platform or any platform similar to it, any platform like it, do you think that people should reasonably expect this kind of bullshit for simply not even siding with someone, just simply taking up a different position or agreeing with somebody else's position? Do you think that this is rational behavior for disagreeing with people? I mean, this is crazy. This is fucking crazy. This is being called harassment and, well, defamation too, according to Cheshire. Defamation. This is defamation, really? Okay. I like to also point out too that that the courts in which are involved in these proceedings are U.S. courts. Courts which Cheshire here does not have to answer to because she's not in the U.S. I think that that's an important thing to point out here. So it's really easy for her to talk shit on these things because she probably feels like she's invincible.
Yeah, I should. I'm not gonna fucking go over that one. Fuck, give a shit. I could not be bothered. I do not care. It's so fucking stupid.
Spoke about
Really?
your situation, your legal issues with Steve.
Well, you're putting an awful lot of time, energy, and attention into something that you deem is fucking stupid. Like, how many fucking streaming hours alone have we committed to this? Oh my God.
Or Aaron, you've
My legal issues. It's about to be your legal issues now because you chose to not cooperate in having a reasonable adult conversation about the issues with Charla. And your response was to throw a tantrum on the internet. You didn't have a
Oh my God, you heard that. Dude, you now have these legal issues because you chose to not cooperate and have a reasonable discussion. Since when is that something that could be expected to be forced upon people? And if not, then legal action can be expected. Since when? Fuck, man.
choice to make the video, I guess.
To see any proof, but if his evidence that has no basis in fact.
Like the swatting accusation that you implied that you and your family were going to get swatted because of these emails you've been receiving now.
No. What she said is not, she wasn't expecting a swatting because she was receiving emails. It's because she was receiving emails that she thought it might be possible because she could see herself being the next target, but not the swatting was going to see the emails and therefore cause swatting. What you're saying is something different there. It's the emails that tipped her off to this, not the emails that would be tipping off the swatting. You see what I'm saying? That's what she's implying. And she's not implying necessarily that Charlotte or anyone would be the one behind the swatting. She's not pointing the finger at anyone. She's saying that it could be any one of the people involved in this whole issue at hand. Well, that would entail you, would it not? Well, because you've definitely inserted yourself into all this shit. I mean, hell, you've started a GoFundMe so you can show up in person to it. So, which I have to say, I take as an actual threat. I'll be honest. Personally, that's how I do that. So, yeah. Anyway, so and like I pointed out a few minutes ago, you're not beholden to the U.S. courts here. You're in Canada. So if someone were to make a phone call that would incite or elicit a possible swatting, well, it would just make more sense that it be you, would it not? I'm not saying you're behind anything. I don't even know if whatever was behind the call with Steve is stemming from this shit. I don't know. I have no idea. It's definitely possible, sure, but I don't know. So I'm only speaking on possibility here. I want to point that out. I'm not definitively pointing the finger at anyone involved. It's the possibility I'm speaking of, because unless and until we know the facts and the truth, this is all possible. Is it not? And now I know your hate boner's going to tell you no, but don't listen to that fucker. That I'm telling you, man, that boner does not have your best interest at heart. It just doesn't. It's the devil's boner.
Of luck to you. That's why I don't see anything of Steve because I was never ever involved in this ever.
You didn't see anything of Steve's.
What?
Then how'd you know about the swatting stuff? You said you saw tweets and stuff going on.
Oh, so if Steve showed us something, we're involved. We're involved because Steve said something to us. That makes us what? Just as culpable of whatever it is you are imagining people are being culpable of? Interesting you say that, though. Very interesting. Oh, where are we going now?
Are you saying that you haven't looked at any of Veda's content?
So what, that makes us guilty?
You didn't look at any of Nonsense's content? Oh, Aaron, Veda, Steve. Oh, you didn't know what was going on?
That makes us
You had no
guilty?
idea?
What?
You didn't talk about this? No, you didn't watch any of their stuff to see what was going on? Really? What about this one?
Okay, so
This one that's got where you feature Steve prominently.
So, by Cheshire's argument here, because I'm looking at the videos up here on the screen. So, if I watch the Dre McCrae video, does that make me a paparazzi agent or whatever? I don't know what they're called. I'll be honest, sales person, partner, whatever. Is that what that does? Oh no. Well, I guess I'm a part of it, Ella, because I watched some of her content before.
On your thumbnail. So if I go looking on Steve's channel, I'm not gonna find you anywhere. You're not in the comment sections. You're not in live chats. I didn't see you in Veda's live chats. I was looking at this shit. No.
When you're skulking in the background, watching our every move on social media, really? That's what you meant to say, was it not, Josh? It was, because that's what your hate boner is driving you to do. It is. Come on, just a minute.
Doesn't exist.
Your hate boner is carving out the anti-KJ niche right now on YouTube. I just want to point that out. Again, something that's fucking Steve's fault.
You didn't do a video 8 months ago talking about them? No? These are all videos, by the way. I didn't even look at the live streams. Oh, hey, I didn't even see this one. What's this one about?
Renelle, you're not ready. You're not ready. You don't have the competence to address how we address things. That's why you motherfuckers have not done any response video. Because you're scared. You have no fucking clue how to do that. And that's why you just come back with ad hominems like calling Cheshire dog. Nonsense is dog.
Yeah, I love how it's just
Renelle, you're not ready.
Bulbasaur.
You're not ready. You don't have
Well, I mean, if it quits, like, all right, I'm being here. I take that back. I take that back. I'm better than that. But I want to point out how this is like the umpteenth time. Now, I've heard Manya react to something Renelle has said or done by using nothing but logical fallacies, by pointing out these logical fallacies. She does not argue any of the merits of the argument. She doesn't combat anything that Renelle says. She just wants to point out how she's presenting her argument incorrectly. She's pointing out the semantics, basically. She's not arguing the meat and potatoes of the subject. She's avoiding that. That's what she's doing. Because that's all she does is like, oh, no, I can't. I should not be expected to participate in this argument because that's an ad hominem. No, see, you did that wrong. Come back when you can do it correctly. Yo, bitch, that's what fucking cowards do. That's what cowards do. Mm-hmm. Those who know that they can't measure up, that they're not going to be able to hold their own, that they're going to look like an idiot in front of their peers. That's what y'all do. Just saying.
competence to address how we address things. That's why you motherfuckers have not done any response video. Because you're scared. You have no fucking clue how to do that. And that's why you just come back with ad hominems like calling Cheshire dog. Nonsense is dog.
You know that Manya's name is written on these videos, right? If you just kind of move a little bit to the left, you might be able to spell her name right.
Oh, you see, okay. Is she talking about like the size of the screen? Because this is what YouTube short. That's how they all come up. You have to reposition it with a background or whatever to get the full screen in there in that format. I had to learn that. It was a learning experience, I'll be honest. So yeah, that's probably what happened there. And again, I will point out how entitled it is of Cheshire. To point out that someone who's likely speaking and writing in English as a second language, to have trouble with speaking and writing in English as a language. How entitled of her, like how privileged of her, really, basically. I'd like to see how well she would fare in another country, having to learn their language and write in their language. I would like to see how well Cheshire would do. And French doesn't count because she's from Canada, so French does not count.
I didn't even know about this. It's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, look, if I can. Oh, hey, yeah, what's it? Oh no, boo, wow.
Stalk much. Love this for you, though. I do.
Oh, ooh, my feelings. Okay. The fuck are people still talking about fucking Unirock?
I gotta agree with that.
Nonsense. It's been too long. Wait,
Well,
whatever.
yeah, I'm halfway agree with that. I really feel like there's still much to talk about regarding Unirock and the defamation lawsuit he's still facing with JLR. That I'm going to continue reporting on because, yeah, that's fucking awesome. But other than that, yeah, I don't see the point. I mean, but is he even around still? Like, is he? I mean, I forget. He's probably making his own like home, his own little nest or whatever on what was it, Kick he was on? I think last I saw him, Kick or Rumble or something. I think it was Kick, and then I think maybe I saw him elsewhere too. So yeah, I'm sure he's making like his new home there, creating a new niche there. I fucking hate that word now. Oh my god. So yeah, in the grand scheme of things, and especially on YouTube, I don't see the point in talking about him except for the lawsuit. Yeah. See, Cheshire, that's how you can approach a situation without being led by a hate boner. See, I could let a hate boner for you develop and let that lead the way for me, but I don't.
So she's now claiming that she's been making these videos without knowing what's going on at all. She did no research? I thought she said she did her research, and do her research would mean she would have to know what the
No,
fuck.
what she said was she wasn't there to see everything unfold. She didn't know everything that unfolded. She knew that there was a situation. She knew that probably the basics of it or the more popular points of the situation, but she didn't know everything because she wasn't a part of the fucking situation.
What's going on? Pick a lane. Do you do your research or do you not do your research? The only way you could possibly, it just means that you're just been, if we believe you, which we don't, because it's demonstrable that you're fucking part of all this, and you claim to be part of all this. You said you talked to Veda. You said that when you were defending yourself about the shit that I had said, or the first video, you had said that you were.
I gotta agree with this, though. I do. Marlene says stalk much. That's what the internet's about, searching for info. That's not stalking. I agree. I do. I basically said it just to be a fucking pain in the ass to chest. I digress. Sure. Okay. I agree. And I am the first person to make this argument that if you are a content creator and you are putting stuff out for the sake of being viewed, well, then you cannot then bitch and call people stalkers for viewing the content that you put out to be viewed. I'm the first person to say that, but that's not going to annoy Chester. Yeah. Anyway, I like to have fun. Oh my God, Lord, no, you can do. Again, like I said last night, I'm just very happy to have your support. Bottom line, I appreciate that more than you know. Anything above that that you choose to give or donate or whatever to support, that's up to you how you want to do it. I won't ever be one of those people who sit there and say, can you please not donate through YouTube because of the 30% thing? You give it to my PayPal instead. No, I won't, because I figured that I'm lucky to get any kind of support at all. I'm not going to start looking at gift horse in the mouth, you know. And also, I figure that people in the live chat, if they donate or they give through the supers, then it's because they want to participate. They want to be participating with the stream, with the channel. Who am I to tell them they can't do that? Or they shouldn't do that. Or I don't want them to do that. Whatever. So you do anything you want to do. I'm just very thankful and appreciative for anything you do, but especially for being here. So. But I want to thank my mom though too for looking out. Okay. Oh wait, oh shoot, I just saw that. Oh my God, Flying My Lord, thank you so much for the super sticker. I didn't even see that before. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I really don't have to. Thank you. What was the name of that though? Oh, down. Let me reload and search. Okay. Sorry, I had to check something out there. Oh my God, thank you so much for the super chat. Call me Frenchie Nat. Bon and Aaron XX, take care. I don't know what that means, but thank you. And I just want to say too, I no disrespect to the French language or the French speaking people or whatever. It's just I know that that's a very common language in Canada. That's why I cancel it out for that to count for her second language because like I live in upstate New York, so like we don't have any French speakers around us really, at least not normally. But I know that once I cross the border, I can expect to hear a lot of French. Oh, I know, Fire Mandy. No, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for looking out. No, you did nothing wrong. No, you're all good. You're all good. Thank you. I get it. And maybe avoiding that is something that she wishes to do in the future. I'm not taking away from that. I want to just point out like, hey man, I'm just happy you're here. So thank you though. I appreciate it. English and French are Canada's official languages. Yeah. I did French in high school, but I don't really remember any of it. It was weird though too. Like I don't really remember any of the French in high school, and like I never tried to remember any of it really. But the other day, someone said thank you to me, and just like had it. I just said a votre service, and I'm like, where did that come from? Why did I just say that? And I was at work, and they just looked at me. I'm like, it's French. Oh well. No offense taken. You see, a lot of people do not speak both, but some of us do. I had no choice in the matter. I was originally from Quebec. Yeah, I know Quebec is like pretty much the ground zero for the split language there in Canada. But from what I'm told too, like the French in Quebec is different than the French in France. Like I guess maybe it could be called a different dialect, but like they don't use like the same slang or terms or whatever as each other. I don't know. That's what I was told anyway. Quebecois is a bit different though. What's that? I'm a polyglot, but mainly Ugric languages. I don't know what you're saying, Dash. No idea what you're saying. Are there any Canadians? Yeah, my moderators are Canadian. She wasn't born in Canada, but I mean, she's been there quite a while. She was born in a way cooler place. I think. No, that's Canada. She was. I'll let her tell you if she wants, but yeah. And I want to say where she was born is way cooler than where I live too. So just pointing that out. Oh. Okay, so Z1Z says, scary point about Cheshire is back in 2019, she claimed to be 17 and is now 2024. She's 22 or 23 and she acts as that. So I hate to see her future this way. She wasn't 17. She said that because she looked so young, I think is why she said that. It was kind of it was a joke. I forget who the joke was on. Maybe it's for Katie Joey's expense or Uni Rocks or something. I forget what. But she wasn't 17. Like she's almost 30 now. She's right around 30, I think. I want to say she was like, I was told she was 28, like when I first came around, like when I first heard the whole 17 thing too. I want to say that was like 2020 or 2021, maybe. I don't know. So she's got to be close to 30 anyways. You were born in New Jersey? I thought you were born in Chile. Okay, but may as well have been born in Chile as we moved back to Chile when I was a few months old. Okay, all right. Yeah, no, she's not 17, yeah. All right, we're gonna go back to it for a little bit and then I think I'm gonna wrap this up because it's not getting late, but it's getting a little late. What time is it? How long have I been doing this? Almost 2 hours. All right, I plan on going about 2 hours. All right.
Fucking when you see people doing things wrong and you've admitted that Steve and Veda and Aaron were doing things wrong because you said that in these videos, that you go and you talk to them and that you don't control them, but you go and you have a conversation. You said that you went into conversations with Veda when you were talking about the TRO. You said that when you have issues with people, you go and talk to them in private, which means that you have been in private talking to these people, including Rabbit Hole, which are all the people that are in the fucking company. And then you're like, oh, I'm not a part of all this. I didn't know what was going on. I never watched any videos of Steve's. You fucking idiot.
Okay. Just because she's friendly with Steve doesn't mean she watches all of his content. Hell, I don't watch all of his content. We don't watch all of each other's content. In fact, sometimes I don't think we watch any of each other's content. We're too busy making our own content, I think, most of the time. But so I want to point out to everyone here in chat, though, okay? If your name here is in chat, according to Cheshire, you are now actively a part of the situation because you're participating in the side chat. That's what she keeps throwing up in Renelle's face. You're watching this stream. You're now participating. You're chatting. You're now participating. You can expect a TRO possibly. Now, I realize that that's probably a bit of an extreme, scenario I'm painting here based on, what she said, but that's what she's saying. Is anyone in chat going to be affected? No, very likely not. But I can't rule that out, really. I'll be honest after what she's, pointed out here. But either way, if that were to happen, Cheshire would be in support of it because she's clearly in support of other people being harassed or bothered by being in a private conversation with any one of us. Now, I'm not saying anyone has a right to take anyone to court over anything, basically. And that's the way it should be. I support that. But I just can't believe that there are content creators on social media supporting much of the shit I've seen happening, going real life in these legal examples as I've been seeing. And I'm not just talking about my situation. I'm talking about many other content creator situations. Not even wasn't involved in this shit, but around all of social media, really. This is getting ridiculous. I mean, we're seeing this kinds of shit happen with mortician lady or whatever, and their lawyer. That's what's happening. Like, this is becoming the new norm. This is becoming what can be expected. This benefits no one but the attorneys and the courts. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't benefit from anything. Sure, they should, but this isn't benefiting content creators, not the ones going to court, bringing up the court, or being dragged to court. It's not benefiting anyone but the advocates. So, I don't know.
Can you fucking make up your mind?
People can subpoena
Dear
my phone
God.
records. People can subpoena whatever the fuck they want to. I've never defended Steve in this case, spoke about Steve in this case. Oh, as
Steve was named in the fucking court filing that was made by Veda against Charlotte and claimed that Charlotte did shit to her and Steve and Aaron, you moron.
No, she
So
didn't.
yes, you did. I can't. That Charlotte
people can
Steve's, you fucking idiot. Can you fucking make up your mind?
People can subpoena
Dear
my phone
God.
records. People can subpoena whatever the fuck they want to. I've never defended Steve in this case, spoke about Steve in this case. Oh, as
Steve was named in the fucking court filing that was made by Veda against Charlotte and claimed that Charlotte did shit to her and Steve and Aaron, you moron. So yes, you did. I can't.
I was editing all my
So is this how Cheshire is justifying her involvement in everything here? I mean, let's face it. It's unequivocally, it's undeniably all about Steve here. It really is. And to the point to where, let's say that Cheshire is right. Like, I don't recall Renelle ever defending Steve in this instance. Maybe sure she's talked about the existence of the situation, but she's never taken up to task for Steve regarding this. But let's just say, for argument's sake, let's say Cheshire is correct here. Let's say that Renelle defended Steve in this instance. Therefore, according to Cheshire, Renelle deserves everything she's getting because she sided with Steve. She gave Steve support. You don't do that. You don't support Steve. Like, how does one man have this much of an influence over so many people on social media? How? Because, I mean, we're talking Katie Joy. We're talking Unirock. We're talking the Uni fan. We're talking Cheshire. We're talking Mania. We're talking so many other people. How does one man hold this much power over them? Oh, man. No offense, Steve. How do you do it?
footage, and there we go again. I saw your post. I am no longer considering this third-party harassment on behalf of Steve, since Steve agreed to.
So, Charla is taking into account that Renelle posted that she was going to make these videos on fucking Twitter.
I got a question. I'm guessing that these are being read in order, correct? I'm guessing. If so, then wait, am I muted? Okay, no. If so, then why is it that Renelle is still being emailed by people involved? Like, why is this still happening? I don't get it.
On Twitter before these videos came out. I think she's going to show it on screen, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. This one right here. These two. Where she's accusing Charla.
With this date.
Now Charla is trying to silence me with threats of a T.
Oh. Yeah. It sounds to me like Renelle is saying that she's receiving messages. Now, this is Renelle saying this, that she's receiving messages that are threatening to have her served, threatening to go real life in the legal proceeding that restricts the things she's been doing up till that point. And what she's been doing up until that point is discussing a person, place, event, whatever. So it sounds like someone involved who's a figure of that discussion wishes to stop this further discussion on it. That's what it sounds like. So what's your point?
PRO. Fucking Christ.
No longer harass me and dismiss his TRO for which he had zero evidence. Now, this is what I posted on Twitter. Hi, beautiful people. By the end of the day, I will be uploading 2 videos, and I have at least another 2 more that I need to edit. And it may be my last on YouTube, as people are trying to silence me and implicate
Yeah, she was defending the SWAT call. She's in the fucking side chats. I'm pretty sure she showed up in the Cano video. Hold on, let me double check while she's reading this. Let me double check while she's reading this.
me in
I
situations that I
like
did not
what
get
it is.
involved with or
Yeah.
inserted myself in. And now Charlotte's trying to silence me with threats of a TRO on Monday or Tuesday and making false accusations against me and threatening me with lawsuits and many other things with others' help. All this in the videos. Isn't that the truth that I showed you in the emails? My time is limited to put out my truth because this woman is trying to use the legal system to silence me off of accusations, going off of lies. I am now considering you a key player in the online cyberstalking and targeted harassment of a vulnerable individual. I have proven this in court already. Now, by telling my truth, this is targeted harassment.
Why did I get a picture?
It's not targeted harassment for Cheshire Viq to implicate me in this. The court will receive it Monday morning, so you will be served.
If you think that it is targeted harassment to talk about you talking about us, then I'm more than happy to have that discussion, but you need to demonstrate it.
So now, if you think that what they're doing is in fact targeted harassment, then you need to have this discussion with your harassers. Because they're more than happy to have this discussion with you.
Yeah, this is part 3, and she's not even done. Apparently there's more, because she didn't want to make these videos cogent or consistent or not convoluted as fuck.
You seem to be able to follow just fine, Cheshire.
In time to appear in person on February 25th with the rest of your group that continues to harass me.
Where I don't see where that is. Huh, that's interesting.
I wonder where she got that from, your group. Oh, Cheshire. Stalk me and send me death threats.
Hey, I found rabbit hole. Leg ass.
I never did such things.
Rabbit hole.
I can't even see whose video that is. Oh, Nikki's. Okay, it's Nikki's video. But what video? And where? I don't see Renelle in there either. What is she talking about? I mean, I don't have my glasses on, but pretty sure I don't see Renelle's name listed in that chat there.
Leg ass.
I never
What
did
did she
such
just
things.
show?
I already have your phone and address and will ask the court to get you the information as quickly as possible so you can make
Okay.
travel
Right.
arrangements.
Okay.
I'm not your phone and address and will ask the court to get you the information as quickly as possible so you can make
Okay.
travel arrangements.
Steve McRae's roommate, Keno speaks. Oh, this is back in what? October 13th. October 13th. Okay. Still don't see Renelle's name here on this side.
I'm not notifying you as my last attempt to ask you to cease and desist and to remove my information from your videos. It doesn't matter what is or not allowed on YouTube. We all know YouTube has not done their job by enforcing community guidelines. By ignoring my request to remove your content, you are forcing me to do so through a court order. I hoped it wouldn't have to get to that level, since I was requesting very small edits. Well, now you're saying it was a request.
Yes.
As I later found out through your second email 24 hours later, you stated that you gave me 24 hours, but failed to disclose that in your previous email.
No, you idiot. You were put on notice by the first email. Everything after that is attempting to communicate. Okay, it wasn't the Cano video that she's in. I just double checked it.
Oh.
But she implied that that Steve was. She implied that Steve.
So I just wasted my time pulling up that live stream. I'm about to come across it to And it wasn't even, why, oh my God. We came that close to her actually showing something. That close. It's a start, maybe. Possibly. We'll see. All right, I'm going to go over here to chat, and I think I'm going to shut this down. I've been streaming a long time, and I want to go do other shit now. Why does Cheshire need to gatekeep and be the authority over what people believe and say about their own situation? Exactly. Thank you. That's exactly it. Not just that, she's gatekeeping how someone presents content what content they present and how they talk about things. She's trying to gatekeep commentary. That's what she's trying to do. Because if you don't talk about things the correct way, the Cheshire way, then you are leaving yourself open for all kinds of litigation, and you therefore deserve it. So yeah, it's crazy. What? Oh, okay. So I guess that there's a discussion going on about swear words. See, they're not swear words. They're sentence enhancers. That's literally the purpose that they serve. They serve a purpose to paint a more emotional impression from what the person is saying. They're not there to disparage or to demean. They're there to represent the emotion inside the person. So they are, in fact, sentence enhancers. That's, I mean, really, what other purpose do they serve? Because even if you are assumingly using it to insult someone, it's still representing the anger you must feel in your desire in which to do that, right? So for that reason, I fully support people swearing, because we shouldn't be expected to stifle our feelings, I think. Although I also think we shouldn't be expected to be cool with our feelings leading the way either. However, it's a delicate balance. So I think swear words is a way in which our feelings can be shared without causing really much harm or damage. So that's my take on it. I understand if other people don't agree. That's fine. You know, no one has to agree with me. I'm not saying I'm right. Who knows? It's just, that's what, in my opinion, that's what's right for me. So that's all. Yeah, it does seem like, I think that some people, though, when they take an issue with language, I think it's because that's where they feel comfortable taking an issue with something, because maybe coming at it from a different aspect may be outside of their comfort zone or whatever. You know what I mean? So I get it. Like, anyways, that's my opinion. Okay. All right. On that note, though, I am going to sign off now. I have a headache. So thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for being here. I will not be on at all tomorrow because, like I said, I'm working all day, and then I'm going to a concert with my son. And then I'm working Saturday. So probably not until Saturday night. But I'll be around on social media here and there. So, and I will be checking in with YouTube throughout the evening. Should anyone else end up live streaming, I will very likely join in the chat. So, all right. I'll see you guys around. Thank you for being here, everyone. And thank you guys so much for all of your support. Thank you. Where's my outro? Okay. Bye.